Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another SWGOH video. So I'm back with another dark side Geo TB video here. So in this one I'll just do an overview of the teams that I was able to complete all waves in phase 4. So it's not going to be a detailed guide. If you're interested in more in detailed gameplay of phase 4 and actually all the other phases, I have all my Geo TB guides as well as for light side on my SWGOH for Life tool. If you haven't seen it yet, go and check it out. There'll be a link in the description below. Now I want to start off here with the Sith faction because from my experience this is the best faction for Geo TB currently, because you can really actually build 3 teams around your Sith that can clear all the waves. So obviously with one being Darth Revan, the next one is Traya. Now obviously in phase 4 you do not want to use Dooku there with Traya. I just show this as an example teams, not very specific teams. For that fifth, actually Throne is a good option there instead of Dooku or any other Sith that you have left. And then finally, once you do have ultimate on your Sith Eternal, he can pretty much carry the whole battle by himself. He doesn't need a whole lot of quality characters around him so to get a full clear. Alright, anyway, let me show you now the quick playthrough with all these teams that I showed you here. This is all footage from phase 4. Obviously everything's subject a little bit to RNG here in phase 4, unlike first 3 phases. If you do have relic characters you can pretty much autoplay all of that, and as well it a little bit depends what enemies you get and things like that, but Darth Revan has a good chance of taking these guys out. Alright, now here's the fifth. You can either use Sith Empire Trooper or you can use Marauder, depends on what you've got, because obviously we need to platoon these guys and things like that. So probably it's going to be unlikely that you will actually be able to keep all your Sith, that you can build 3 Sith teams, but I just want to show you that they're very flexible, that you can easily keep 2 out of 3 Sith teams after you platooned to get a nice full clear here in phase 4. So this in wave 4 now we got Yoda. Now this one could be tricky for anybody else, but Sith Empire, they're removing Foresight, they've got some anti-Jedi thingy going on in their kits, so they should be able to handle this. All as you can see, hanging on by a thread, but also mind you that all my Sith Empire is like relic 3, relic 4, so not very high relic on my Sith Empire, but still they'll be able to carry this home, all thanks to the power of Malak in the end. Really, to be honest, he was the one that does all his draining and everything. It's only down to Shakti, and this will now complete all 4 waves here in phase 4. Alright, so up next, let's now show you how Sith Eternal works. I mean, it's a straightforward really team. You just want to link up whoever's the biggest threat there in terms of damage so they can't critically hit you, and then you just kind of run through, keep healing everybody up. That's why Sith Eternal is good, because he's special there, the middle one, will recover protection on all of your guys, so you can keep topping everybody up easily, no issues whatsoever. That's why also you do not want to pop your ultimate straight away when it's available. So you can see I'm still holding it until absolutely necessary, because once you go into your ultimate stance you do not have that protection recovery ability anymore. So you really want to save that for absolute in the end, where you lose your allies already anyways, so you do not need to worry about healing them up and keeping them alive. Alright, so I lost Royal Guard there, I lost Maul, and I'm like, alright, time to pop the ultimate, because we have to start doing some damage to these guys before they decimate the rest of my team. Alright, so now we're in the ultimate, no more healing there from Sith Eternal, so he will have to pretty much soon carry this battle all by himself. Well, let's see if I can actually make it with Vader. Yeah, and so there we go, so link up a couple of guys there, and I'm just waiting for another ultimate power so we can instantly defeat them. There we go, no revives from that as well. Vader's still in there doing damage. Now just down to pulps. Got ability blocks unfortunately. Anyway, here we go, let's call in our rocket droid, just that they have another target to hit, so Palpatine can a little bit recover from all of those ability blocks. And there we go, completed. And that's another one here from phase 4, so this is with Traya. So in this footage I actually used Bastila here as the 5th. Again, I platooned in this case all my Sith Empire. I had Bastila left, that's why I used her as the 5th. Again, because of the platooning issues, I don't think, you will be able to actually get away with running full free Sith teams unless you don't platoon anybody. But most likely, you will actually have Sith Eternal and then either Traya or Sith Empire left here to run as a second Sith team. But again, I do want to show you the flexibility that Sith faction offers, because they have very solid free leaders. So then you just build around those free leaders whatever you have left. Okay, there we go. You could even combine maybe Sith Eternal and Sith Triumvirate, and that would obviously make a very good team, with Nihilus as well having Annihilate and things like that. There we go. But if you do need an extra team, Traya on its own can do some damage here as well. There we go. Almost in the wave 4 now. Alright. Okay. Alright, so we got Fives, we got Cody in here, I think Echo as well. Alright. The good thing about it is with Traya's leadership, whenever these guys attack out of turn, they're basically killing themselves. And that's why Traya works well against these clones, because they have a lot of assists, counter attacks and things like that. Anyway, I'm just keeping their Fives isolated so he can't gain bonus turn meter. And then just, going a little bit. As you can see, he's very tanky, but Nihilus there, thanks to his Annihilate, was able to finish him off. Alright, so up next we've got First Order faction. So let me just quickly again show you a couple of First Order teams that you can use in Geo TB. Obviously you do have 2 teams here that you can build, one around Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, another one with Kylo Ren Unmasked. Now the Kylo Ren Unmasked team, you can get 4 waves with them easily in first 2 phases, maybe in phase 3 if you get gold RNG, but like in phase 4, if you're lucky, you get 3 waves. Otherwise, it's a consistent 2-wave team, really, maybe 3 waves. But I just still want to show you, just to explain why I split my teams this way, so that in the lower phases, you split in this and you've got 2 solid teams there for first 3 phases that can, do some nice full clears there for you. But however, in phase 4, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is the only one from First Order that can actually complete full clear here in phase 4. So in this case, you could then use Kylo Ren Unmasked together with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. But whoever there, I do use with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. I do not want to use like Executioner, OG Kylo, Hux, First Order Officer, because all these guys are gaining bonus turn meter, and then with Kylo in there, they will quickly become so squishy that there won't really be any factor there, and you will very quickly be only left with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So I just wanted to show this. However, in terms of footage, I will only show you the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren one, because Kylo Ren Unmasked I wasn't really able to reliably, if at all, clear here all waves in phase 4. So it's pretty straightforward, I think. When you do summon the rocket there, rocket droid, always do it with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, because all the summon units have their stats based on whoever summons them, as far as I understand. So obviously, if you do have Galactic Legend in the squad, the best is that they summon them, because their stats are very high. But the whole idea here is, once Kylo gets into his ultimate, he will constantly be at full ultimate meter, so you can just pretty much go back to back there in the ultimate whenever you need, just because of all the AoEs, and also their rocket droid. He's got 2 AoEs, so you will very quickly again fill up your ultimate meter back to full while you still are ultimate. However, sometimes you may want to still, before you go into ultimate like I did there, use Stasis Strike first, just to get some stacks of Siphon going, because without any stacks you won't really be able to boost your damage. Alright, there we go. We're already in the wave 4. As you can see, we're very quickly burning through these guys. However, as you can see, we already lost most of our team here. So it's pretty much just going to be Kylo all by himself. Now, before I lose ultimate, I just brought the droid back just to give another target that they can hit, because the commander there, he can ability block you when you're not obviously in ultimate. That's why I did stun him. So just need to make sure you get some stacks of Siphon going, and this will allow you to complete 4 waves with Kylo. There are no issues whatsoever. Alright, so up next, now there are 2 factions here as well that are quite good in phase 4 that I found out that can clear, and this is the Imperial Troopers as well as Night Sisters. So for Troopers, this is the team I'm using. I mean, obviously, if you do have Dark Trooper, he probably will be an excellent addition to this team, maybe instead of Death Trooper. But Range Trooper is good, just that can keep your turn meter train going, because, you know, whenever any of your troopers use an ability, because of Range Troopers unique, they have 50% chance to call somebody to an assist, which means, you know, more buffs, more turn meter and so ever. And then for Talzin there, you know, the sisters are very good as well, very durable. With Daka can keep bringing everybody back. So now I'll show you the footage from phase 4 from both of the teams. So starting off with troopers. Again, you know, once you get your turn meter train here going, you know, the enemy doesn't really get a chance much. I mean, it can happen, again, depends who you get in wave 4. You know, Grandmaster Yoda can cause issues because his leadership there, whenever they do resist, they'll be getting bonus turn meter, so they can interrupt your turn meter train. And then Padme as well, you know, with her protection up, with attacks out of turn, can cause some issues as well. Especially if you do not have Dark Trooper, you do not have so much firepower really. However, you can still get it to work. So see, I'm just showing versus Padme. Even for all this protection up, eventually we'll get enough stacks of Emperor's Trap that our offense will be high enough that we will actually be able to take somebody out. And then as soon as you take somebody out, you can apply Death Mark, and then that will then help you get your turn meter train rolling really. So there you go, trying to go after Medic. He seems to be the squishiest, making good progress on him. Keep going with your bonus turn meter train. There we go, we got 1 kill. Then after that you just death mark Padme, and then from there on out it's a straightforward battle really. There we go, 4 waves completed here with troopers. Now here I'm showing you the Night Sisters as well. I think Talzin lead obviously is a better one, just because of the whole thing about the plague, and as well when somebody gets taken out, when you use basic, they come back to attack and things like that. So I think that you know, Talzin there is a better option than Asajj lead, I think. But anyway, it's pretty much straightforward. First couple of waves, just go around, keep them stunned, keep spreading plague, and you know, they just fall one at a time. Obviously the main threat for Night Sisters is daze, so do make sure that you try and stun ARC troopers, because they have an AoE daze, and I've got 2 of them here. They see they were able to get daze out, so which a little bit stops your turn meter train, but eventually, you know, you can recover. There we go. And then again in wave 4, I guess depends who you get, how this thing will go. So we got here what, Kenobi, Rex, we got young Anakin. So you know, it's quite a deadly team, but you know, they won't be able to take Daka out, and she can just keep bringing everybody back, and then Asajj and Daka will just keep ramping up, and eventually you'll be able to take them out one at a time. Plague will finish them off. They get a revive, doesn't matter. Again, trying to get that ARC Trooper under control without daze, and boom, there we go. And of course, we cannot talk about full clearing phase 4 without showing you the Separatist battles. So we got 2 teams here that we have to build, so let me first show them before we go through gameplay. So the 2 themes that we will be using here is obviously the Dooku one, so that's for the Dooku mission in the middle. We got Dooku, Grievous, Trodeca, B1 and B2. If you're interested, I've done a detailed guide on how to get that middle mission with Dooku full cleared. Again, link in description below. And then for the bottom one, where you have to use Wat, so then you have Geos left. Obviously my Geos here that I'm showing you are not good enough, so the footage you will see is from my other account where I do have relic Geos. So yeah, if you want to make consistent wins there at the bottom, phase 4, you probably will have to relic Geos, at least Spy, so he can put some big hits. So these are 2 teams left here that will help you get a full clear. So let's just quickly run through the footage. As you will see, even though I got relic Geos here, they're all kind of like relic free, except Brew there is relic 4. I was barely able to do it, but mind you, I was doing this for the first time, so probably I made a couple of mistakes there watching back my footage. So I'll be testing more here in the bottom here with the Wat mission, and after you know, a few attempts, after I get down the strategy, exactly get consistent wins, I will definitely create a guide. So make sure to subscribe, you don't miss it once that goes live. But here I just whiz through. Here in wave 4, you know, it's quite a handful there. But luckily, due to the weapon tag, they're over on Spy, and they cannot bring anybody back. You definitely want to take out all these guys with AoEs. Here we go, I'm only down to 3 Geos here. Okay, resummoned. I lost Wat, I lost Soldier there, but still, keep going here, keep going. Alright, for a moment there, it didn't look like I will be able to make it, but lucky there, Sunfac was able to take all those hits, and I was able then to resummon back my Geo Brood. And at this point I was like, alright, I think we got this. However, with Cody in there, you know, they keep recovering protection whenever they use their basic ability. There we go, things got dicey again, finally got the tank out, and here I just wasn't sure, will I be able to summon the Brute again, so I just summoned the droid instead, just, you know, working down Cody, and boom, there we go. So that's how I was able to complete there the mission. Now up next, here that's the Dooku one in the middle again. If you're looking for a guide, link in description below to that. Here I'm just quickly going to run through here all the waves. Now here we've got two possible teams in wave 1, so either you get the one with Shakti. This one I think actually is easier than a full clone team, just because the full clone team seems faster for some reason. You think that the guys with Shakti are faster, but they're not. And then also on there you've got Clone Sergeant with a big AoE and things like that, so things can get dicey. The team with Shakti I think is just a little bit easier to control. So I'm just gonna quickly play through this, and if you make you know, into the second their wave with all your guys alive, as long as you know your Dooku is at full health and protection and can take that big AoE from Anakin, then you should be good to go here, because you know they do get a jump start on you as you've seen there, but you know, we quite quickly get everything under control and get rid of these guys. You have their buff immunity on Anakin, sorry, on Kenobi, so he can't taunt. You take out Anakin, and then the rest is pretty easy. It's just a cleanup crew, really. And there you go, guys. These are the teams that I was able to complete all waves in Phase 4 in the Dark Side Geo TB. So I just want to do like a quick overview video, put them all in one place. So if you're looking for some sort of idea what teams to build there, these are the ones to go for it. Now there are probably other teams that can as well clear, other factions that can clear all waves here in Phase 4, but I do not have them right up. So let me know in the comments below or my Discord server what other teams that I didn't cover can also get full clear in Phase 4. It's always good to know what are the other options. But until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.